Hello! We are live, everybody. Thank you for tuning into the Real Short Box. We are here today. We're going to be talking about a lot of fun things, prospecting comic books, and a few other topics. But we're going to take it right now. We're going to talk about something that's big on the news. It just happened today. Kevin, Jarrett, Darren, you guys want to take it away?
Well, something that the brothers we predicted 3 years ago. Am I right, brother Jared?
Yeah,
Three
we
years
were on
ago.
top of this from like the get-go. We were predicting it. We said this guy, this character is definitely set up for the next villain in the MCU. We even lied about it, I think, when we did a fake review of a movie.
Yes, we did.
It's like at the end.
Yeah.
What's his name, Jared? Tell the audience, what is his name?
He is Kang the Conqueror.
Oh, yes. Also known as Ramatut.
That's right. He's had a whole bunch of incarnations, but Kang, I would say, is his most well-known and most popular. He's a time warlord. He goes to other time periods and he conquers them, which to me is going to fit right in with the way the MCU is going, I think, with the Doctor Strange movie, with the multiverse.
What about Doctor Who and the Time Lords?
That's right. That's right. When they're going to integrate Doctor Who, when Disney buys everything. But
or the Nexus from Star Trek.
That's right. What's the actor that's going to play him? He's the lead in that the new show with the
Lovecraft Country.
Lovecraft. There you go. I was thinking Cthulhu, and then I was like, who did that?
That's Cthulhu Town. That's a different show.
Cthulhu Town.
Yeah, comes after Cthulhu Town. It's Cthulhu Town. It's really good. But
his name is Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors, not to be which is Lee Majors' son, right?
Well, unless there was some kind of...
I'm a liar. No, but this guy, I actually haven't seen the Lovecraft show, but it's been getting rave reviews, and this guy has been like, everybody's been predicting like this guy for something. Like he's kind of the new Idris Elba, if you will.
This actually pleases Donald because he's sick and tired of the same actors getting the same work and roles. So here you go. You got a fresh new face. You know, kind of like the guy from Aquaman who played Black Manta. I'd seen him around before. He was good too.
He was in the Get Down.
He was awesome in that.
Yeah, he was great in that. Great villain. Very, very good actor. Very, very solid. I'm excited.
By the way, we predicted the Aquaman movie in a way. I mean, we gave that review. It turns out it was pretty darn accurate.
Yeah, we're good liars. Is what we're saying.
We are. We're excellent liars.
Fantastic liars.
Fantastic.
I figure you guys would be gloating a little harder about this. So, I mean, maybe we should ramp this up a few notches.
All right. Pretty much the Real Short Box. Well, it kind of goes hand in hand with what we're going to be talking about tonight as far as prospecting. So we already prospected this. So pretty much our word is law. It's geek law.
I've posted, by the way, so we should be good on that. Let me see if we've got any people.
Which one?
Hello.
Which one, on Facebook or YouTube?
On my Facebook.
Okay.
The usual, you know how that goes. But yeah, I'm super excited to see that many different African Americans playing new, exciting roles, rather than it be the same tired old. No offense, the same tired old actors that they always choose for those types of roles. And it's not to see new young talent get in there and be able to do something.
I guess if you can predict it too much and see too many things coming from a mile away, it does lose its freshness a little bit.
That's true. It is funny that we did predict somebody who is a time traveler. So maybe we're time. I'm just saying, maybe we.
Yeah, to be able to. I mean, everybody knew that Kang the Conqueror was coming. Everybody knew that Kang the Conqueror was coming, but they didn't know that Kang was coming in Ant-Man. You know?
I even forgot that they were doing a third one of those.
Yeah.
But you know what? After Endgame, it makes perfect sense. You know, they were using the, not the microverse, they call it something else. They call it the quantum realm. So, you know, makes sense.
I'm posting us all over.
Sending the word out.
Everybody, Maria's in. Howdy.
Hey, Maria.
Oh.
Your mom should be coming in soon too, right?
Who?
Your mom.
Oh, I thought you were I thought you were like being a smartass.
No,
yeah, your mom's coming. Right, yeah, your mom's coming in soon too. But he actually really means my mom. Yeah, she does watch this show. So, yes, my mom might be coming in soon. I just have to text her the link, and she should be able to pop in. So, we'll see. No, she's already on, so I don't have to.
I'm sending a link out.
Everybody say hi to my mom.
Hi, Mama. Hi, Donald's mom.
I always feel like Eddie Haskell when you say that. Like, hi, Mrs. McKinney.
Nice.
Our ArcLight buddy David, he should be joining us. He gave me a thumbs up, and I said I was going to send it to him later. So.
Great. So real quick, we're just going to wrap up the Kang the Conqueror discussion. It was announced today that Kang the Conqueror was going to be the main villain for the Ant-Man 3 films. Now, guys, speaking of Ant-Man 3, of the new news of Kang the Conqueror and how we can kind of segue this into what we're going to be discussing. The first appearance of Scott Lang is Marvel Premiere number 48, if I'm correct. Am I correct, gentlemen? Is it 48?
That's him as Ant-Man, I think.
Yeah.
There's also the first appearance of Scott Lang as like an Avengers book.
Right, which is worth less.
Yes,
but
by far.
Marvel Premiere 48 is the big one.
Yeah.
And that's the one that everybody wants to check out. That's the one that everybody wants because it's his first appearance of him in the costume being Ant-Man. But also, keep in mind, it is cheap, guys. You can still get that book at like a 9294 for around $150.
Yeah.
And for being a top-tier Marvel superhero in the Avengers and all of that, and having been in all these movies, to still get that book for that reasonable price is insane. I don't understand it myself, how it's still that obtainable.
Now, first Kang, that's another story.
Right. That one, it's a little tougher to get right now.
That one got prospected a long time ago because of geniuses like us. So I'm sorry.
I mean, but this is why we have the smartest audience on YouTube, because they listen to us, they help us. This is good stuff, man. So just keep patting yourself on the back. In fact, you should throw a shoulder out while you're doing it.
Guys, real quick, I think my cousin's on here, Brandy. I haven't heard from Brandy in a while. It's been a couple years.
Oh, hey, Brandy.
Hi, Brandy.
How are you doing? Nice to see that that you've joined us this evening.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for popping in.
Is that Brandy? She's a fine girl?
I don't know if it was Brandy. Was it Brandy? I thought it was Randy. Was it Brandy? Was it Brandy?
Brandy.
For a mere $1.99 donation, we will say your name live on air too.
That's what we should do. We should just charge to say people's name on the air.
Yeah.
We would have done really well with those kids that time when we did that live podcast from We Can Be Heroes.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh yeah. No, they could always view this, so I will keep myself quiet.
Yeah, probably best. But it was fun. We had a fun night that night. A little loud, little crowded, a little crazy. But anyway, let's dive into it, gentlemen. We're talking about comic book prospecting. We're talking about what comic books should you invest in now that will make you money in the future. This is basically like the stock market, only a little, I don't want to say easier, but a little more fun, I would say.
Definitely more fun, yeah.
That's right.
To invest in. So we're going to kick this off here with some thoughts on what we think about the current prospecting world. Real quick, I think that the prospecting world has seen an unprecedented amount of interest lately, and that's because of the movies that are coming out, the heat behind the characters, and I think also our current climate in the world, being COVID and locked inside and stuff like that, that has given people a lot of opportunity to be online and to think about things that they would want and to do what I would like to call retail therapy to make themselves feel better.
Oh, yeah, too much.
Right, and buy some things, and in which case, things that they think will make them money in the future. Like for me, I buy stuff that I think that, I can sell eventually and use that money to take some nice vacations, someplace when I'm in my 60s or whatever, and just have a good time. I don't want to be in my 80s and be like, I still got all these books, I'm rich,
Ready to unload them.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'd rather just give them to somebody, like sell them to somebody that I know that would appreciate them, make some money, and then go enjoy my life.
And see, I want to be like Ebenezer Scrooge in Mickey's Christmas Carol, like Scrooge McDuck. I want to just be like with stacks of comics, and I'm just constantly counting them and just flipping through them and just being a miser and not wanting people to get near me.
Yeah. You'd be a Silas Mourner, buddy.
Objectively speaking, Donald, I personally prefer you and Kevin to hold on to your books. So it's like the equivalent of having pocket aces in poker, and you guys can just constantly keep dropping that on the table and be like, yeah, I got this one, but you don't.
Right. Yeah, we could do that. The only time that one of us is going to trump the other is if we get a Batman first appearance or a Superman, and then in which case it's over.
Game is over.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll know that the other one's definitely succeeded in life. We got Enrique here. We've got Arm Fall Off Boy here. We've got the gang all coming in.
All right.
Fabulous.
So
we
get going to start the introduction of all the fellas.
Yep, we're going to get started. Let's do it, Kevin.
All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters of podcast land. Welcome to the most righteous, most spacious, most luscious, and most sweetest podcast on planet Earth today, the Real Short Box. And to have my brothers in front of me, first, let me start at my upper right. He is the Count of Youngstown, Ohio. He walks and carries the big stick of truth. He is a thespian of the arts, and he does the work of a true Iron Man. Ladies and gentlemen, the debonair of modern day masculinity, Mr. Darren.
Why ask why? Try, bud, try.
There we go.
Nice.
That was an actual thing, wasn't it?
It was. To my upper right, lower right, I should say, he is the executive director of the Real Short Box. He is a man who is DC for life. He is the Laird of North Hollywood. He is a master collector of Silver Age comics. And he is the greatest fan of Ted Kord, the Blue Beetle. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1997 Mr. Teen Ohio, the original Donald.
Woo!
Thanks for having me.
And last but not least, he is an international man of mystery. He was the 2015 Central California Dad of the Year. He is the president and CEO of the Black Adam and Luke Cage fan clubs. He is the Marquise of Napa Valley. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Sweet White Chocolate, the Lionel Richie of comics. Yeah, Rick.
All night, reading my trades. All night, reading other books. All night. Great to be here.
And of course, I am your humble podcaster, the Grand Master of the Jedi and Vulcan Arts, your Supreme Chancellor, Dr. Kevin.
Wow.
Do you have a plaque with your degree, Dr. Kevin?
In fact, I do. I'll show it to you later.
Oh, fabulous.
I'll show you my PhD.
That's right. So, guys, here we are again. We are talking about prospecting. Now, as is always the case, I'm sure there's somebody out there who is a regular viewer of ours that say, why do you do so many prospecting episodes? Why can't you freshen up the... Keep it down. We're trying to help you make money. So, help us help you.
Yeah,
and
sure.
There's a lot of money.
We're going to be kicking it off. I'm pretty sure we have 20 titles that we're going to go through tonight. And if some people show a good interest out there in the process in doing so, we might even reveal a much larger list later on one of our other platforms.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get started on this. Who wants to go first, guys?
What about you, Sweet White Chocolate?
Jared appears to be frozen on my screen, gentlemen.
Oh,
really?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You know what? In this case, how about I just pick for us then? It'll make it a little easier.
Right.
Kevin, you had one that was, let's see, let me pull that up. It is a G.I. Joe comic, am I correct?
That is correct.
Okay, and I'm going to pull that one up first and foremost. It's a little tiny on the screen, everybody, but it is there. Jarrett's gone for now, but we'll go ahead and post this between me and Darren here on the screen.
Right.
And Kevin, go ahead.
All right. G.I. Joe 21 came out in 1984. It is famously known as the Silent Issue. And you can see, it's up right now, I can't see it on my end, but Snake Eyes is on the cover. And what's really cool about this issue from Larry Hama is that there's no dialogue. There's no bubbles. It's just basically the story is literally being told through the pictures.
Yeah, pretty fascinating. And they did it again later in a Storm Shadow book too, where it was an all silent Storm Shadow issue too, which is fascinating. I think that was issue 84 or 87. I think it was 87.
Mm-hmm. And you don't see that too often, but it was something that was very unique at the time, and collectors out there really love this book. To have in their personal collections, especially the second and third prints. I know Jarrett was telling me last week about how valuable the third print of G.I. Joe 21 is.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you have it yourself, sir?
And here's a big shout out, just got a first print of that book from the We Can Be Heroes claim sale that was on their Instagram. So thank you, We Can Be Heroes. I got a great deal on it. I pitched an offer and they took it, and I said, thank you. I've been wanting that book for a while. Love Snake Eyes. I have a lot of G.I. Joe comic first appearances, and Cobra Ninja, as I call him, some people call him Storm Shadow, was one I did not have. And that Silent Issue is just like a historical book, so I wanted it. So
absolutely. I mean, those two characters were actually one of my favorites, especially when the cartoon with Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, when every time they fought each other, it was so awesome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they both come from the same ninja clan.
Yeah, great book to have. Great book to have. Let's move on to the next one here. Let me pull up one real quick. It might be the same person that says it. It might not be. We're going to go with Uncanny X-Men 191.
I'll take that one. Just give me ein Moment. I'm going to pull up. I have notes, if you can believe it.
Okay.
Okay, so Uncanny X-Men 191. We are talking about, very importantly, a first appearance of the character of Nimrod, who's an advanced sentinel from an alternate timeline. This, of course, though, I mean, for lack of a better term, if y'all are familiar with the Days of Future Past, you're talking about something very similar here. But it's just, we love this character, and I'm anticipating that this character is going to be used very shortly.
I feel like he could have had really strong legs if they hadn't named him Nimrod. Which now,
that is kind of true. You don't really think about that.
If you want to call somebody an idiot, you call him a Nimrod. It's like, which I don't even know what the actual term. It could be like a really bad thing to say. Like, for instance, in England,
I think Nimrod was originally like an ancient god of some sort.
Nimrod is actually in the book of Genesis. He's a very popular character in the Bible, so that's where the origins come from.
Okay.
Nimrod dealing with Lot. Lot, of course, was the character in the Bible who tried to build a ladder to the heavens. So Nimrod does represent certain unenviable things in human beings. So actually, I think at the time that the character had come out, that it's very relatable, especially for that community and anyone who's familiar.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
So yeah, he's just a very popular character and somebody that you could definitely invest in. That's a $4 book, guys, right now. Like, easy to get, and it's not gonna go down in value.
And he was playing heavily in the current The House of X, Powers of X story. He was kind of like in the future, like that was like Nimrod was the big baddie. So definitely a good one to pick up.
I'm gonna do one real quick here. The Brian Michael Bendis new run on Legion of Superheroes, issue number 5. Guys, there has been tremendous heat behind this book currently. It came out, it was a $3.99 book. It's easily a $20 to $30 book right now. Reason being, it's the first appearance of the Gold Lantern.
Yes.
We had the Green Lanterns, Red Lanterns, Blue Lanterns, Indigo Lanterns, White Lanterns, you name it, we've had the Lanterns. But we've never had a Gold, until Legion of Superheroes number 5. Now, there is a claim behind this heat on 5. 5 is the book to get. 5 is the book everyone wants. But interestingly enough, there's another book out there that he actually appeared in first, but I think it was very brief. So, again, it's one of those things. You could go out and you can get yourself a copy of Legion of Superheroes Millennium Part 2 of 2, which is supposed to have the actual true first appearance of the Gold Lantern. That one you can pick up for cover price, which is $4 or $5. So you might be wiser to grab that one first and then go for the Legion number 5 if you still feel savvy about it and you feel like you should.
Yeah, and we're for sure going to do a pod on this controversy that comes up all the time. The first true appearance, first full appearance, first cameo appearance. What constitutes a cameo? Why? Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. Cover appearance, all that stuff.
Yep. By the way, T.J. Anderson brings up something that was a kind of a funny point. He brought up it became synonymous with idiot because people misunderstood Bugs Bunny when he called Elmer Fudd Nimrod.
Oh, interesting.
I guess that could make sense, yeah. So thank you, TJ. A little bit of information for you. So moving on, we're going to go to the next one here. I'm going to pull up another one here. Start from the bottom of the list. I'm going to go with Static number 1.
Oh, yeah, Static number 1. That is the first appearance of the Static character, Virgil Hawkins. A growing popular character. Had a great cartoon.
He blew up recently.
Yeah, blew up. It's Phil Lamar. I think it has something to do with DC. What's it? DC Dome is right now. That thing they had like a couple weeks ago over the weekend. Weekends ago. Fandom. Thank you, DC Fandom. So yes, it looks like Static will be coming back, perhaps live action. And yes, those books are starting to get hot again. If you looked on they're. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
They're electric.
They're electric.
Yeah.
Woof.
I'm a dad.
Yeah, CGC books are going for hundreds of dollars now. So
interestingly enough, and this book was $1 to 50 cents up until a couple months ago, and again, now it's gone through the roof. It's honestly the way comic books have gone. It makes it really hard to get rid of parts of your collection, because you never know what's going to go through the roof. So there are some apps, and Kevin's a little more savvy about these than me, but there are some apps that'll tell you the first appearances of characters. That's important to know, because that's usually the books you want to look out for. The first appearance of a character is very important for collectors. So Static number 1 is the first appearance of Static, so that's an important one for collectors. Now, so there are some apps like that. Kevin, do you know off the top of your head one of the apps?
There's Key Collector app. That's a big one. They have a lot of information. What's that?
We don't like that one, then.
Yes, that's true. There's also CLZ Comics. That's another good app. It's actually a good app if you want to put your stuff together and be able to access and know exactly what's in your collection. So that takes a lot of time, but it's really cool to do. You can meticulously document every single book in your collection. Donald has literally 10,000 books in his house, so it's got to take him a while for he's fully done putting everything in his little collection app.
Yep, it's true. I'm going to go up with another book here. We're going to go with Invincible number 2, guys.
Ooh,
yeah.
Ooh.
That's on my list. That is definitely the most expensive on my list. That book is probably, I got it from minimum 100 to 300 to really expensive if people are like CGCing them. Invincible books are super hot right now. They especially those first like 20 issues, the print runs were really low because people didn't. It was like a Walking Dead, and it's the same writer, Robert Kirkman. People didn't know if the book was going to be popular. Then it became popular. The print runs went up, but those early books are really hard to find. Obviously, Invincible 1 is like a lot of heat on it, but I'm telling you, everybody, go to those 2 through 20s. 2 is the one to grab to. It's the first appearance of Robot, who's a central character in the story. The whole team, Adam Eve, Rex Blow, the Mauler twins, Duplicate, the Viltrumites. It's got like so many first appearances in it. I don't want to talk much about the characters, but they are very big characters because I don't want to spoil it. It's a very spoilerific story.
Right.
And it's coming to Amazon Prime with a star-studded voice cast for an animated series. And I mean, it's got everybody in it. It's going to be amazing. So yeah, Invincible 2 is a hot book. Like I said, it's one of those ones, if you want to put the investment in, it's only going to go up.
Nice. Very smart. Very smart. Okay, we're going to go with another one here. We're going to go with Iron Man 282.
Oh.
The tiny little picture. So, Darren, I'm going to put it right by your face.
Why not? All right. So here we go, folks. Iron Man number 282, of course, is the first appearance of the War Machine. And for people that really keep very close track of this, the first appearance of the War Machine armor. I have been saying for a while, this movie has been so close to being made many times in the last 4 years. I do think that Marvel and the studios and the fan base are very pleased with Don Cheadle playing Rhodey and also the War Machine. This is inevitable in my view. Obviously, it could be pulled. A lot of things could be pulled. A lot of people can make up a lot of theories. But if you just do one simple search throughout the internet or just talk to a bunch of people that are, kind of in the movie know, if you will, it's inevitable this is going to be made, and you should probably jump on it now while you still can.
Yeah, and just it's affordable character. I mean, it's Iron Man with a bunch of cool guns. It's awesome.
Yeah, you can't really go wrong with that character, to be honest. Highly recommend that issue. Iron Man 282. All right, so we're going to go to the next one. Okay, this one's a good one here. I'm going to go...
Fantasy 15, first Spider-Man, guys. It's really going to be a hot book.
Now, this is actually a fun one, guys, and this is going to be one I think it's going to sneak under the radar. It's a Topps comic. It's X-Files #1. The X-Files #1.
Oh, okay.
That's niche.
Hey, my dad says I'm looking good, guys. Everybody thank my dad for that one.
Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Mr. Donald's dad.
Yeah, thanks, Dad.
Complimenting your genetics.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's like this. Yeah, looking good, son.
You gotta do it Barry Horowitz style and do it like that,
Yeah. Just slap the shit out of myself. Yeah, there we go. So X-Files #1, guys. Topps Comics had a pretty relatively large print run for Topps Comics, but still a low print run for any other type of comic because it's Topps Comics. Topps is the trading card company, the sports cards, baseball cards primarily is what Topps cards did. And yeah, they put the little bubble gum in there that was awful, but you chewed it anyway because you're a heathen. By the way, if you buy a really old pack of sports cards, don't chew the gum.
Do not.
I did it. I did it with a pack of WWF cards from the 80s that I bought like 2 years ago, and I chewed the gum.
Toxic, man. Toxic.
It wasn't gum anymore, guys.
Was it just powder?
Disclaimer, we are not
scientists. It kind of, you know how rubber can turn crunchy and hard? Yeah. That's what it basically did in your mouth. So I had to spit out all these tiny little pieces out of my mouth for the next half an hour. It's great.
You're reminding me of a YouTube video where a guy a couple years ago found a crystal clear Pepsi and drank it from 1991.
No, thank you.
And literally vomited it on the camera. It's just...
That's understandable. I vomited when I had it back in '91.
Exactly.
It was terrible then. Exactly. So anyway, X-Files #1. The reason why I bring this up is because they're going to do an animated series.
Really? A
quirky animated comedy based on an X-Files group that's based out of Albuquerque.
Oh, wow.
And it's they've already greenlit it. It's gonna be made. It's gonna happen. We're pretty sure it's gonna happen anyway. You never know in this environment, but we're pretty sure it's gonna happen. It may or may not have Mulder and Scully in it. We're probably thinking not, but maybe an appearance here or there. But there is some heat now behind X-Files comics because of that, because of the interest in the X-Files in general, and this is where it all started in comic book form. X-Files #1. And guys, I know you're looking at this cover right here on the screen. Not you three, but people that are chiming in the comments section or just viewing. Yes, that is Charles Adlard, the artist of The Walking Dead, that did the art for the X-Files. And he did it for a while. Cool. So, yeah, it does have Walking Dead ties to it as well. So it's a comic book you can pick up for cover price or less. I got it in a lot of like other X-Files books for like $10, and they were all like annuals and issue 2s, and hell, they even threw a trade paperback in there, which was like a $20 trade. Can't go wrong with finding the X-Files #1 right now and investing in this book.
You can't go wrong if there's bubble gum from packaged playing cards in the comic books, and you eat it.
Thankfully, they didn't do that.
Yeah.
Tell me again, how much is that book going for again?
Right now, nothing. It's a couple dollars.
Okay.
So invest while you can.
Okay.
And a shout out to my former coworker, Mr. David Duchovny.
There you go. Marvel Spotlight 32.
Oh yes, this is a good one. I have to thank Mr. Donald and Mr. Jared. 3 years ago, they suggested that, Kevin, you need to buy this book. We were at Long Beach Comic-Con back then, or Expo, whatever it was. That book, I bought it for a good price. Also, I think I picked up Spider-Woman #1 at the same time as well at that show.
You did,
And my goodness, Miss Jessica Drew's first appearance is shooting up there. But it's still affordable. Mm-hmm. Spider-Woman, rumors that Olivia Wilde might be directing it, but they're not sure yet. They say she's going to direct some female-based Spider-Man spin-off. So this could be the one. So why not jump on this? At some point, Spider-Woman has to come along. To the TV.
It's got a lot of legs. She's got a lot of legs, that character.
No pun intended.
She's got more than that, but she's got ties to Hydra. She's got, she was like a private eye. Like, it's such a usable character, especially for the medium of television or movies. Like, completely.
She's a cool character.
Yeah.
She's a great character, yeah.
And as we found out a couple podcasts ago, a very terrible animated series from the late 1970s.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Yeah.
So it's a good book. It's worth investing in. Kevin, it goes for how much right now?
Anywhere from, I would say, like the lowest you get maybe $70-$80 for bad copy.
Got it.
And then it's high, and up triple digits for very fine and near mint. Definitely triple digits.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do another one here real quick, guys. It is Fury of Firestorm 35.
All right, so this is a fun book. As you guys know from the prior podcast, I am so high on this James Gunn Suicide Squad film and all the characters.
Oh, really? Did he throw your picture out on Twitter?
That's right. That's right. Donald is Twitter famous. Donald was James Gunn was talking about Charlton characters, right?
Yeah.
And because Peacemaker, who he's using, who we've talked about, and we'll talk about on a character podcast in the future, was a Charlton character. And he thought that was the first one that was ever on screen. And then he found out the Blue Beetle was, and whatever link he got for the Blue Beetle happened to be, I don't know if you guys know this, but Donald did a podcast, or a web series called The Blue Beetle. I've never heard of it. But
Ted Cord Returns. Ted Cord
Returns. But yeah, so Donald's face was just blared up on James Gunn's Twitter feed. So,
right.
Pretty awesome.
My hat's off to Derek Armijo for texting me early in the morning and going, "Dude, James Gunn just tweeted your pic," and it was an interesting thing to wake up to.
Yeah, seriously, because you're probably wondering which pic was it. That's probably got you nervous, didn't it?
Yeah.
Did I actually send him that pic and not her? Oh.
I was like, oh boy, here we go. I'm in trouble. But yeah, it was a fun one.
So Suicide Squad, they kind of teased the characters, but people didn't know if they were real. So I went out and tried to get as many first appearances as I could of those characters back when they first did an announcement. It turned out they were all legit. And one of those characters is played by his brother, Sean Gunn, who he uses a lot, and that's going to be Weasel. Now, the Weasel is going to be a CGI character, but also with the motion capture of Sean Gunn. I think Sean Gunn's going to do the voice as well. So
Gunn's the new Andy Serkis, really.
Exactly, yeah. And it's going to be, like all the Suicide Squad characters, are they going to last? We don't know. I think, nepotism might help him out there. He's Sean Gunn's, he's James Gunn's brother. And the character looks hilarious. He looks like a weasel, like a human weasel. But the thing that I got confused with here is this is where we talk about first appearances. The very first appearance was said in some places as 38 because he's on the cover. You see the Weasel on the cover. Then people were saying 35, so I actually bought 35 just to be safe. And yes, it's his first appearance. He's legit in it. I don't think they call him Weasel. That's probably what the 38 is. But if you want his first appearance, and I would say it's his first full, it's minimum about $20, and I don't think it's really going out of that range right now. It's about a $20 book, but that was from a $3 to $5 book like a month ago.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to have I think he's got staying power. You know, I think he's going to make it out of the first movie. So yeah, definitely go get it.
Nice. 35, and if you have enough money left over, get 38 as well.
Exactly.
All right. I'm going to go with another one here. I'm going to go with New Avengers number 7. This one got a lot of heat recently. It went from being worth cover price $4 to an amazing $35 to $45 overnight, simply because they announced that they were going to do something with the Illuminati, which is a group,
right.
a cabal of superhero heads of households, basically. Reed Richards.
Smartest people.
Doctor Strange, and a few other.
Tony Stark.
Yeah, and they're all going to get together and basically kind of start making decisions for heroes in general. And also they made the unfortunate decision to rocket the Hulk into space, I believe.
Not Nimrods.
Oh, right, bunch of Nimrods. Wasn't the best option. So they've mentioned that the Illuminati is going to appear in an upcoming movie or series in Marvel. I believe they said it was going to be a movie and might have to do with the next Avengers. So it'll be interesting to see what actually happens with that. This book right now is hot, but if you're lucky like I was, you can go into a shop that hasn't heard anything about it because it kind of slid under the radar a little bit in the news. And you can pick it up still for anywhere from $4 to $10, and you can still grab it. Online, it's going to go for a little bit more, but just check your local comic shop and see if you can get it there first before you do any of that, and you might be surprised. But it's a good book to have.
This could be a Phase 5 storyline. You never know.
Yep, absolutely.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, next round here, we are going to go with Incredible Hulk 449.
All right, Incredible Hulk 449. I'm going to just double check my notes here real quick, but last I make sure. Okay, great. Incredible Hulk 449 is the first appearance of the team known as the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, huge heat.
Yeah, Thunderbolts got that heat, man. You got that. You might even be a little late on this one, guys. I mean, much like Donald, to use your analogy of the stock market earlier, it's one of those things that you may have got in a little late to really maximize that profit, but if you buy now, you're still going to make a lot of profit. Just don't cry about the loss. Get on this one immediately. The Thunderbolts, it's inevitable, guys. There's that big word with the I, inevitable. Get on it.
I remember Jarrett mentioned this 3 years ago as well. He said, Kevin, Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Get it. Get that book.
And now there's been rumors that Winter Falcon and the Winter Soldier, that they're going to start building the Thunderbolts up in that. So if you know anything about Thunderbolts, I can totally see it.
Hey guys, so Frisky Gringo is on. He says hello. This
hello,
is actually
Frisky Gringo.
Caleb from our comic book group. So
wonderful.
Hello.
Caleb has finally decided to join us in on the fun here.
Welcome, Caleb.
So it's nice to see you, Caleb. Thanks for tuning in to us. And Caleb, go by the Thunderbolts' first appearance. It's an important book, and it's going to only go up in value. Like, legit. Remember when we did a live podcast on Spiro's Heroes, and this was the one that I had a guy call and actually literally thank us that he purchased this book from the shop we were at, trying to sell it for the shop. And it wasn't hard to sell because it is going to be a very valuable book. And since he bought that book, they actually did mention they're working on a possible television series for the Thunderbolts. So we don't know what incarnation of the Thunderbolts, but that doesn't mean anything. This is still the first appearance of the Thunderbolts. This is going to be huge.
You got a shout out to Peter David there.
And keep in mind as well,
Baby.
when that gentleman bought that book, he paid $40, and that's months ago. So Like I said, you're not going to get this at the bottom, but it'll still keep rising. So get on it, y'all.
Yep. All right, going to move on to the next one. Next book we have, everybody. Omega Man #3.
Oh, yes. Omega Man #3. First appearance of Lobo.
Oh.
Lobo is an amazing character. Debuted in 1983. He is pretty much unkillable. And he's just a crazy bastard on a space motorcycle. I loved him in the Tony Bedard series, Rebels. I thought he was awesome in that series. I know, Donald, you would agree with me 100% on that, too.
Yeah. Also, really good in Legion as well. He was just great overall. He's just a great character. Really well done. He's Wolverine, only more fun. Yeah. Less stable.
He's not going anywhere.
Right. Less stable, more fun Wolverine. They announced that he was going to be in a spin-off series after the Krypton series from Sci-Fi. Krypton series ended up being canceled, and they ended up scrapping the idea for the Lobo television series, which is unfortunate, but also great in a way because he deserves a movie, not a series.
Oh, yeah. He definitely deserves a cinematic appearance.
And honestly, if anybody from any type of network or movie production company or anything is out there listening to us, Rebels or Legion is such a great idea. It would be DC's Guardians of the Galaxy.
I was just about to say that.
110%. So definitely take a look at Tony Bedard's run, for instance, or even Pierre's run. Tom Pierre's run from the 90s is also amazing. And what's his name? He did the Justice League. Griffin? Keith Giffen, thank you. Yeah, Keith Giffen's run, too, on Legion. Just all good stuff, guys. Very solid work.
Well, you're talking to Warner Brothers. They have control. Warner Brothers, get on it, please. This can make you a lot of money.
Well, and Lobo is like the biker Wolverine of DC, too. So, yeah.
Okay, up on my screen, I have Superman Volume 2, number 4.
That's right, 1987. We're not going to go with the actual Superman number 4. Because that is, of course, an expensive book. This is another shout out to the Suicide Squad film. This is the first Bloodsport. We were just talking about everyone wants to cast Idris Elba, and Idris Elba was cast as this character. So I'm going, again, he's a movie star. I don't see him getting killed. I mean, they could shockingly do it. It's a Suicide Squad. I see him surviving this film because who doesn't want to sign on for, multiple films with James Gunn, who's made hit after hit. And the character's been redesigned from his original look, and it looks pretty badass. I just have I think it's a good book to get. It's It's another book that shot up pretty fast from being like a $5 book to now $20 to $40. So, and it's just a badass cover. He's on the front shooting guns straight at it, killing the Superman logo. It's great.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, definitely recommend it.
All right, gonna move along quickly. Next one, Amazing Spider-Man 365.
All right, Amazing Spider-Man 365. The thing is that this came out, of course, in the early 90s, which is generally known by a lot of folks as the comic book boom. You have a really cool ending where, Peter's parents show back up. But I think what we want to really spotlight here is appearance by Miguel Herrera. And this, once again, is just we're getting into this Spider-Verse. We're getting into multiple renditions of Spider-Man now. I think the whole idea of Peter Parker is going to start. You're going to start seeing that go away, and you're going to expand, and you're going to start doing spin-offs, and you're going to see a lot of different Spider-Mans. You're going to see Spider-Woman, et cetera, et cetera. And I really think, especially with Miguel Herrera being in this is not only a seminal book for people who are really into the history of comic books, but it's definitely something that is going to prospect right now, and it's going to hit really high numbers.
Yeah, and they tease. I mean, they already teased them at the end of Spider-Verse, Spider-Man 2099. So it's a shoo-in. They're going to use them for the sequel. So and it's a gettable book. So grab it.
Yeah, it's a hot one. It's one that's been a $20 book for a long time, and it's only going to go up. So get it while you can. All right, moving along. We're going to go to the next one. Darren, we're going to finish you off. I think we're going to go Batman 635.
Batman 635 is the very first appearance of the Red Hood. Aside from pure common sense that you should own this book anyway because the Red Hood is in it. The Red Hood, of course, is going to be utilized very shortly, and you just don't want to spend any time that you can. I see that my face is being covered by the Red Hood. Because after all, I am the Red Hood. You are the Red Hood. We are all the Red Hood. It's like V for Vendetta all over. So, yeah, everybody, this is just any collector should have this, but you should really have this book starting in 2020 without a doubt at this point.
And if you screen capture it real quick, you'll have the first full appearance of Darren as the Red Hood. So,
yes.
Yeah. So get it right now.
You couldn't keep me down forever, Hollywood.
Yes, it's a great book to have, guys. And you can still get it under $100. I know that's a lot of money for some people, but if you have the scratch, it's only going to go up. It's not a character that's going to go away anytime soon. Jason Todd is fired now, surprisingly. He's almost as popular as Nightwing.
Death, taxes, and Batman books, folks.
You got it.
Keep making Batman content endlessly, so get what you can while you can. Unless you can, of course, afford a first appearance of a Joker.
Yeah. All right, next one, guys. I'm going to go with Suicide Squad number 23.
Nice.
Now, this is the first appearance of none other than the woman that won our Sidekick SmackDown.
That's right.
Yeah. First appearance of Oracle, which is Barbara Gordon, wheelchair-bound Barbara Gordon, becoming the ultimate news source or an information source for DC Comics heroes. That's it. Like she's extremely powerful, and her first appearance is in Suicide Squad 23. This book went through the roof before the Harley Quinn Birds of Prey movie, and then it's died down a lot since. It shouldn't have, because it's crazy to think that this book should be just too hot to touch. I should be like right now, it's just too hot to touch because it's such a great book and such a popular character. Barbara Gordon as Oracle is amazing. The fact that they had a handy, capable character become so strong and so powerful in the DC universe, that's important. That's really important. And we need more of things like this. So definitely, if you get a chance, Suicide Squad 23, it's gone back down a lot. You can still pick it up now. It's a $20 book. It's crazy.
Right.
Grab it while you can. Real quick, Frisky, a.k.a. Caleb, he says, Winnick and Nguyen, thank you. Was a great creative team, and you are correct. Winnick was fire on that series, sir. And T.J. Anderson throws out, Jason Todd was a big part of the Arkham Knight game. Yeah, and he's going to be a big part of the new game, if I recall, that they're going to have coming out, too. Yeah. So look forward to that, TJ.
Yeah, Red Hood is pretty much the Punisher of the Batman universe. I mean, if you look at it now, because he's like, he'll blow people away, he'll decapitate dudes,
Makes sense to me. Okay, we're going to go to the next one. We are going to go to Avengers Volume 5, number 1.
All right, this is my Dark Horse book, and also my cheapest book.
It's a Marvel book.
Yeah. That's right. It's not actually Dark Horse. That's right.
Pun intended.
Marvel Comics. Volume 5, number 1. I think this one sneaks under the radar a bunch because it's Volume 5, number 1 of Avengers, because, books get rebooted so many times. But this is a big one. It was the Hickman's reboot, $3 to $5. But the big first appearance in this one, and there's a lot of first appearances, but the big one is the first Hyperion, the first modern Hyperion that they're using these days. And there have been rumors that Brad Pitt might play this character.
Really?
They said Brad Pitt is in talks with Marvel, with the MCU, to take on a character, and the rumor is it's a type of character. It has Superman-like powers. There's really only one that matches that for Marvel, and that's Hyperion. So, like I said, it's $3 to $5. It's not only that; it's also the first appearance of a character called Manifold, Smasher, Captain Universe, a bunch of random villains like X-Milo.
Captain Universe? Did you say Captain Universe?
Yeah, but like the newest version. It's pretty much the first appearance of all these new
versions. The newest version!
Yeah. The new. Well, this Hyperion is like the 5th version of Hyperion.
Yeah.
But it's the one that they've actually put the most work into and they're using a lot. All the other ones, if you go to our character podcast on Hyperion, they're all dead. I think all the other Hyperions are dead. So this is the only one left. Get his first appearance. If Brad Pitt ends up playing him, this book's going to go through the roof. Like, come on.
Yeah.
By the way, let me give some props to, I love Jerome Opeña's artwork. It's amazing.
Yeah, great work. Yeah, for sure.
All right. Next one, here we go. Jarrett, we're going to stick on the train here. We're going to go with Icon number 1.
All right, well, this is my last book of the night, too. Icon number 1, much like from the Static universe, which was these Milestone universe, which were showcasing characters of color, and Icon was a black Superman who, instead of crashing down in the middle of a field in Kansas, crashed down in the middle of a plantation in the South during the slave times, and he becomes a Superman character. It's not only that; it's also the first appearance of his sidekick, Rocket. So another character they're bound to use for something. He's been kind of briefly teased in animated stuff. They're obviously going back to these Milestone characters with
untapped potential.
With Static, yeah. So untapped potential. It's a $15 to $20 book. It's polybagged, so get it in that poly bag, because if you get it graded, they'll just rip it open and put it in something else. But yeah, sure, it comes with a card. But yeah, 15 to 20
probably bubblegum too.
Yeah, exactly. You could probably find the book, honestly, cheaper.
You can. I'm sure you can. No, not a lot of people know about what's going on with Icon. Hardware is another good one to go into and grab. Blood Syndicate as well. I think all the Milestone DC Comics 90s series would be smart to pick up. And not just the polybag, but the newsstand as well, if you can grab them.
Yeah.
Because people get a hard-on for newsstand comics for some reason.
Yep, they do.
Bondage cover, war cover, battle cover, underwater cover.
Weirdos. I mean, everybody, it's up to what anybody wants to collect, to be honest. And if you like it, you like it. Really. I've got no problem with it. And a lot of times the polybag had a different cover than the newsstand, and sometimes the newsstand covers are actually cooler. So there's that, too. So keep that in mind. We're going to move on to the next one. We are going to go with... Do we have a next one? Wait, yes, we do. Kevin, did we finish your list?
We have one more to go. This might be it.
What was it?
I think it is.
Just tell me. And
Uncanny X-Men 121.
Boom, got it. Okay, you're up.
All right. This is
so tiny on the screen. I'm sorry, Kevin. It's a very small picture.
That's all right. This is a great book to have because this is the first full appearance of Alpha Flight, Vindicator, North Star, Shaman, Snowbird, Sasquatch, Aurora, but for some reason, I don't think Puck appears in this issue. I think he comes later.
That's Alpha Flight.
Alpha Flight 1. I like Puck, by the way. Good lord. The guy from Game of Thrones.
Hey, Kevin, say it with me. Puck, Bobuck, Banana, Fana.
Puck, Bobuck, Banana, Nana. I don't know.
A Shakespeare character. Midsummer's Night's Dream. Anyway, go ahead.
But this would be cool, fellas. I have no doubt if they did a TV show at Alpha Flight, it'd be awesome. Great. It'd be up there with the Legion television show. They just do just a television show just with the Alpha Flight team. It'd be amazing. It would be a lot of fun, especially the Canadian superhero team. You can't go wrong there.
Yeah.
Arm Fall Off Boy, guys, real quick. Arm Fall Off Boy had a quick question. He said, "Just wondering, but why are we assuming it's going to be Spider-Woman and not Spider-Gwen?"
No, that's a good point. That's a good point. It could be.
It's just the rumors. Arm Fall Off Boy. We've heard a lot of rumors circling around Spider-Woman, and
also Spider-Gwen's first appearance is getting Harley Quinn first appearance prices right now. It's like $500,
which is
Miles Morales.
Crazy.
It's all in that range. Yeah.
Crazy. I don't know, but we're good on that one. I like Gwen Stacy. Don't get me wrong, but the weird alternate universe Gwen Stacy's just doesn't. I don't care about it. I appreciate it from afar, but I don't need to own it or collect it. In the prospecting world, like Jared said, it's too late. Too little, too late on that one. You're not going to be able to. If you find it, and you're damn lucky you do out in the wild. Great.
Donald, are you just a hater of Spider-Gwen? Do you have something against
No, I'm just saying it's gone too high right now, and there's so many other characters you could be investing in and looking at. Why that one?
Okay.
Okay, and Jarrett, did you finish all yours?
Yeah, I'm good.
Darren, are you done?
Yeah.
All right, looks like it's just me. All right, I got one left, gentlemen. Let me find it. Here we go. It's Justice League of America number 46.
Okay.
Jarrett, you know this one pretty well. This is the first appearance of the Silver Age Sandman. Now, this one got pretty popular recently when they announced that Sandman was going to appear in the Black Adam movie. Now, it could be the Geoff Johns version of Sandman, which is quite possible, but it could also be this version of Sandman, which is, here I thought Jarrett was just judging me, but his image froze, so I can feel better about that.
Hey, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Right. So, Kevin, I'm gonna replace you real quick with this image. This is Justice League issue 46, guys. I picked this one up. I paid $22 for, I think. So it's a hot book for still reasonably priced, still cheap if you can grab it. I got it in mid grade, $22, $25, somewhere around there. I think I paid, and you can maybe find it cheaper. You might have to pay a little more if you go on eBay. It'd probably be about $40 or $50 for this book, maybe a little bit more than that. So I'd recommend trying to find it out in the wild. Currently, I think you could still do it. There's not enough heat behind it, but there's enough to start driving collectors to look. So if you look faster than them, you might be able to scoop up one for pretty cheap. Armfall Out Boy says, I just figured Gwen hasn't been used in the Tom Holland movies and she's kind of hip. And then Frisky also said that Jarrett saw a butt, and that is why you were looking to... Your image froze, Jarrett, and you look like you were judging me while I was talking about this book.
I always see butts in my mind.
So wait, so you're saying Gwen is kind of hip. So are you saying Mark Webb needs to come back and do more Spider-Man movies?
Absolutely.
No. Don't get him near any Don't get him near any comic book property. Period.
Well, just have him do a sequel to 500 Days of Summer.
He can do She's All That 3.
No, I was going to say, I heard he was doing 500 Days of Spider-Man, so,
Certainly could be.
500 multiverses of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So I think Spider-Gwen's going to be used for sure more in the next Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, yeah. Agreed.
I think they pretty much said that. So she's not going anywhere.
Real quick, before we wrap this up, anybody in the chat function here on YouTube have any questions that they want to ask before we say adios for the evening?
Well, look at that. Nobody has them. Goodbye. No.
Well, we waited our 2 seconds. We're good. Damn it. Don't be asking me personal shit.
We're running this like a real talk radio show. The hang-up is inevitable. Yeah. No, it's really interesting what I've been seeing going on right now. I mean, obviously nothing's been released, but I think with Wonder Woman being pushed to around Christmas time, that kind of gives me a strong indicator that when the movies are going to start releasing their large films again. Yeah. Because even though like something like Tenet, I think Tenet is definitely a big studio film, but at the same time, I don't think they expected to make $1 billion off of it either.
No, you're right.
No, they've definitely been doing some test the water movies. Like New Mutants was a big one.
Yeah.
Which was smart because that movie was like had so much wrong in pre-production or post-production, and the fact that they just got it out was significant.
Right. So TJ has a question. He says favorite ice cream flavors. So Kevin, why don't we start with you?
Oh, I knew you'd do that because I'm the famous person who doesn't like ice cream or pizza. So of course you would.
What a piece of shit.
I know. Shame on me. Don't like ice cream.
Just don't say white chocolate because then I'll feel uncomfortable.
That's true. That's his nickname for you. All right, Jarrett, your turn. Favorite ice cream?
Top of my head, I'm going to go Baskin Robbins, 31 flavors, gold medal ribbon.
Wow.
That sounds very complicated.
Darren.
I'm I'm actually allergic to most ice cream, so I normally only eat vanilla. But if I am going to cheat a little bit, I will go with Handel's ice cream chocolate chip cookie dough.
Nice. I'm going to go with the classic chocolate peanut butter. I think they really broke the mold with that one. It's an amazing one, and you can't go wrong.
Huh? Weird one? Like, is it like Ben & Jerry's peanut butter cup explosion in your mouth?
Goshen Dairy, if you want to be specific. That company no longer exists, by the way. But Goshen Dairy chocolate peanut butter cup ice cream is
you know why it doesn't exist, Donald? Because I sold a bunch of comic books and own it now.
Damn it. Damn it. All right. So here we go. Frisky Gringo, Caleb says, we should have some kind of Hitman heat from Ennis Properties blowing up and getting mainstream attention. Caleb, you're correct. We should have some type of Hitman heat. We do not. Problem is that Hitman was created not in the independent world. It wasn't created under the Vertigo banner. It was created under the DC Universe banner, which means DC owns the rights of Hitman, which unfortunately means that unless Warner Brothers really wants to do something with that character, we ain't gonna see shit.
So it's kind of like Malibu. It's kind of like the Malibu characters that Marvel owns that they do absolutely nothing with.
Oh yeah, yeah. And we're gonna be talking about that. Actually, a gentleman from Malibu, another gentleman that worked with Malibu, reached out to us, and he wants to do an interview sometime. So we're going to be doing.
That Garth Ennis is so hot right now with The Boys and The Preacher. I thought I see what he's saying.
Yeah.
That was my way of just saying anus.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I assumed. But, gentlemen, I think that's going to do it. I think we're done for the evening. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to Arm Fall Off Boy, to Caleb, and to TJ for being such great messengers in the chat. Thanks to my mom and dad as well. You guys did wonderful, so thank you so much.
Thank Maria as well.
Yeah, thanks Maria for listening in the background. I know she's probably busy, and I know that Enrique must be busy as well, and Brandy.
Your dad says he loves you.
That's true, he does, and I love him too.
Send him money. Send your dad money.
I don't think he said that, but I guess if I have to, I will. Sure. Man, I'm not against it.
Thank you, Enrique.
Yes. So please, please, please catch us on Spotify. Catch us on iHeartRadio. Guys, we just got up on Google Podcasts. So we are available on Google Podcasts now as of today. So that's great news. We're on Spreaker. We're on Stitcher. We're on Blueberry. We're on everything except your mom, basically.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So find us, enjoy us, love us, reach out to us. Catch us on Instagram and Facebook. If you have questions, please feel free to message us. We're happy to answer.
Please subscribe.
Yes, subscribe. That's important. Please, if you get a chance on YouTube, subscribe to our podcast on YouTube. There, our channel under Rumble Spoon Productions, because we definitely need the subscribers. We need to hit 1,000. It's important. And those of you that have YouTube channels know why.
Yeah, that's right. And honestly, whatever you're doing, like during the day, you're working, you really need to promote just us. I don't say that being selfish, because there's more than one of me here. So as a group, we really need you to push us to the next level, especially since we're right 9 out of 9 times.
If you push us to the next level, we'll push you.
Yeah,
to a higher level.
Seriously, guys, stop sharing like political articles and get on the Real Short Box.
Exactly.
There we go. And if we don't see you on here, hopefully we'll see you soon
at the spacious, wonderful, comfortable, holy comic book shop.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a good night.
Everybody.
We appreciate it.
Jackson, then I went
later.
Till next time.